The removal of petrol subsidy by President Bola Tinubu has resulted in a notable 30% decrease in fuel consumption in Nigeria. Hi, welcome to What's Happening. Here are the top 10 stories. At number 1, the removal of petrol subsidy by President Bola Tinubu has resulted in a notable 30% decrease in fuel consumption in Nigeria. This revelation was made by the Group Managing Director of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPPCL, Mele Kyari, during a media briefing led by Wale Edun, the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy in Abuja. Prior to the subsidy removal, Nigeria was consuming approximately 66.7 million liters of fuel daily. However, this figure has now dropped to around 46 million liters, indicating a significant 30% reduction. At number 2, the police in Anambra State, southeast Nigeria, successfully rescued a kidnapped victim in the vicinity of Boromeo roundabout in Onitsha, within the Onitsha North local government area. 2 suspected kidnappers were apprehended during the operation, according to a statement by Tochukwu Ikenga, the police spokesperson in the state. The rescue operation carried out by police operatives from the area command headquarters occurred around 9:30 p.m. The victim was found in a shuttle bus and the police prompt action helped avert a potentially dangerous situation. At number 3, Professor Khalifa Dika, an analyst and the dean of Borno Elders Forum, in a recent interview on Channels Television, has cautioned politicians in English-speaking West African countries against mocking their counterparts in Francophone nations whose political powers were seized by military juntas. Diko emphasized that the challenges of widespread poverty, hunger and deprivation faced by Francophone African nations are similar to those experienced by Anglophone African nations. Diko has stressed the urgency for African nations to reject any form of imperialism and not give developed countries a blank check, as Africa possesses abundant resources that have attracted the attention of France, Britain and America. At number 4, the House of Representatives Ad Hoc Committee, responsible for investigating the non-remittance of funds to the National Housing Fund and the use of those funds from 2011 to the present, has issued a strong warning to CEOs who have failed to respond to their invitations. The CEOs have been given until next Thursday to appear before the committee with all the required information or their risks being subpoenaed. The committee has also emphasized that the Accountant General of the Federation, Dr. Oluwatoyin Medin, and the acting governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Folashodun Shonubi, must personally appear before the panel next Thursday. At number 5, suspected vandals have launched a brazen attack on the Birnin-Kudu water treatment plant in Jigawa's Birnin-Kudu local government area. The assailants not only inflicted physical harm on workers, but also made away with items valued at over 20 million naira. Expressing his concern, the Commissioner for Water Resources, Ibrahim Garba, condemned the incident and vowed that the government would take stern action against those undermining efforts to provide clean drinking water to the state's residents. The recurring theft and destruction of water infrastructure across the state have created hardships for citizens in terms of accessing clean water, jeopardizing government initiatives aimed at ensuring water access for all. At number 6, spokesperson for the Atiku Abubakar Presidential Campaign Council, Daniel Buala, has criticized Yemson Wike, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, for his recent threat to demolish buildings not conforming to the original master plan of Abuja. Speaking on Channels Television's Politics Today, Buala argued that the minister should prioritize more pressing matters instead of focusing on demolition activities. He further suggested that if strict adherence to the master plan is required, then key government assets such as the Aso Villa should also be subjected to demolition. Buala emphasized that the FCT encompasses more than just infrastructure, and other critical aspects contributes to its administration beyond demolition. At number 7, Minister for Transport Saidu Alkali has expressed his commitment to supporting Kaduna State's efforts to reintroduce train services that have been suspended for years. In a meeting with a delegation from Kaduna State, Minister Alkali affirmed his dedication to revitalizing this transport sector and enhancing its value through collaborative partnerships. This commitment is a positive step towards improving transportation, infrastructure and services in the region. At number 8, the Kano State government has expressed deep concern regarding the inadequate supply of medication and essential consumables in state-owned hospitals, primarily attributed to a substantial outstanding debt inherited from the previous Abdullahi Ganduje-led administration. Dr. Abubakar Yusuf, the State Commissioner for Health, disclosed that the previous government had left a staggering debt of $1.2 billion owed to various pharmaceutical suppliers through the state's Drugs and Medical Consumables Supply Agency, DMCSA. Dr. Abubakar Labaran, who assumed leadership of the MCSA, expressed dismay at inheriting a situation of financial distress coupled with the challenging state of the healthcare system left by the previous administration. This situation underscores the pressing need for financial rectification and resource allocation to ensure adequate healthcare provisions for the citizens of Kano State. At number 9, in a significant development, the African Union AU has suspended Gabon following the military coup that ousted President Ali Bongo Ondimba. The AU strongly denounced the military seizure of power and has suspended Gabon's participation in all AU's activities, organs and institutions. The decision was made during a meeting chaired by the AU's Commissioner for Political Affairs, Nigerian Bankole Adeoye, and the current President of the Council, Burundian Willy Yemete. This move by the AU raises concern about stability and governance in Gabon, a country that has been under the rule of the Bongo family for over 55 years. At number 10, the recent suspension of Tobias Musan by the Athletics Integrity Unit (AIU) has had a significant impact on her performance as the former world 100-meter hurdles champion. According to the latest rankings released by World Athletics, Musan has dropped from 10th place to 24th place in the hierarchy. This decline in ranking comes just days after she lost her number 1 spot in the women's hurdle event to Puerto Rican Jasmine Camacho Quinn. On the other hand, Olympic bronze medalist Ese Brume has made progress in the women's long jump event, now ranking 5th. Her ranking improved from 223rd place before the Budapest Championship to 142nd in the world overall ranking for women. In the women's 100-meter event, Rosemary Chukwuma is currently the highest ranked Nigerian at 58th place, with Tima Gobless also making it into the top 100 at 99th place. That's all for now. See you next time on What's Happening.